So these polishes are juicy, glossy, shiny, squishy, buildable, delicious. I am completely obsessed with the new Glazed Collection for 2024 from Cirque Colors. And I want to say a big thank you to Cirque Colors for sponsoring today's video. This is the third installment of the Glazed Collection from Cirque and probably my favorite yet. I cannot wait for you to see how beautifully formulated these polishes are, and the color palette is literal perfection. All of these polishes are inspired by delectable fruits, and honestly, they nail the inspiration. Everything in this collection is so juicy. That's just the word that keeps coming to mind, is juicy and delicious and perfection, honestly. And of course, if you do plan on picking these polishes up, they are available now, and you can use my affiliate code, which is Caitlin10. That will save you 10% on your purchase. And thank you so much if you've used it or if you plan on using it. So some notes on this formula is that they are all buildable and they can work in either 2 or 3 coats. It's all about your preference. The goal is to have a little bit of your nail line peek through to just add to that squishiness. But honestly, most of these were almost completely opaque, at least on my short nails, in 2 coats, and some maybe needed 3, but oh my goodness, I can't wait to show you these. And I am so excited because I'm also going to be showing you some ideas for how you can layer these polishes, some really beautiful topper combinations, and also using the jellies over Cirque's other polishes. So I'm really excited to show you everything, and I think we should just get into it. I wanted to start by showing you Starfruit Jelly, which is such a special shade. This one is a chartreuse jelly nail polish and such a gorgeous color. This one, right out of the bottle on that first coat, has such a good formula. As you can see, I'm painting this on my natural nail. I didn't even use a base coat. It comes out ridiculously smooth, so evenly. It really is a spectacular formula, and if you were so inclined, you can wear this in 1 coat because it looks fantastic in 1 coat for a very, very jelly tinted look. But of course, if you choose to build it up, it builds up really easily. You can see here, even on my index finger in 2 coats, the coverage is phenomenal, super even, and just applies like a buttery dream, honestly. So this one, personally, if I was wearing it out and about, I would probably leave it in 2 coats because I like that level of transparency. But I am going to show all of these built up in 3 coats because most people probably have more of a free edge than I do. And this does a pretty good job of covering that free edge while maintaining a squishy, transparent look. And of course, when you apply top coat, I'm using the Cirque Colors top coat, you just get a beautiful, squishy, glossy, almost gel-like finish, which I really appreciate. And here, I wanted to show this off in a few different kinds of lighting so you can get a taste for how the jellies will look. I absolutely love this color. It's like nothing else in my collection, especially with that jelly finish. It is just beautiful. So this is Starfruit, and we're going to get into some other delicious shades very soon. Now let's look at Pink Lady Jelly, which I knew the minute I saw the bottle and saw the name that I would love this polish. I absolutely love Pink Lady apples. They are delicious. And this polish is similarly delicious. It's a cool toned medium pink jelly. As you can see right out of the bottle, once again on that first coat, without even so much as a base coat, this is beautifully smooth and even on the nail. It glides on. It's juicy and just buildable and so even, which I really appreciate. There's nothing worse than a patchy jelly. and this is the farthest thing from that. I love it in 2 coats, but I will show it in 3. It, of course, sort of intensifies the color and also obscures my nail line a little bit more. But as mentioned, these are designed to allow your nail underneath to peek through and give a really squishy, jelly-like appearance. These do dry down very shiny and glossy on their own, but you can see that adding top coat only further enhances the jelliness of these polishes and of course helps with longevity. So here's Pink Lady Jelly. It works really well with my skin tone. I love cool tone pinks. They work really well on me. This is such a classic shade if you just want a really pretty pink wash of color on your nails. It looks beautiful and it's going to be incredible with some of the different layering options I show later on in my video. Next up is Poppy Jelly, and this one is a bright warm red jelly. This one is so pretty when you build it up. These, I sound like a broken record, but they all perform so beautifully. They perform the same across the colors, which is so fantastic when you get a collection and everything performs exactly the same and basically perfectly. This one, I found that I got the real packed punch of red when I built it up in 3 coats. So if you want more of a toned down red, then you can leave it in 2. But when you build it up in 3, you get this almost neon red. I don't know how it's so bright because it's not a neon, but it is absolutely incredible. And it just looks so good on my nails. I can't wait to wear these again, honestly. Rewatching my swatches and putting this video together has made me really want to put these on immediately. This one really does look like a beautiful red poppy, which is one of my favorite flowers. I have one in the garden that just comes up year after year, and it is eye-searingly bright, just like this polish, and you can see it's absolutely gorgeous. The formula is impeccable, and if you like reds, this one should definitely become part of your collection. This one is called Blurple Jelly, and this one is a, you guessed it, a blurple, which is a combination of blue and purple jelly. And I don't think it's a fruit. It kind of made me laugh because the inspiration behind the collection is fruits, and I just love that this one, they're just like, we're just going to call it blurple because that's what it is. And I do think that's a really cute word, and it's very color accurate to the description of the polish and how it looks. Now this one, again, fantastic formula. Leave it in 2 coats if you want sort of a lighter wash of color, like a tint on your nail. But when you build it up in 3, you get, like on my tiny, tiny short nails, it's pretty much opaque. It won't be on most people, but if you have really short nails like me, then this video will probably be very helpful in helping you picture what these polishes will look like on your nails. This again is really cool toned. It's really beautiful. It almost has like a slight smoky undertone to it, and I don't really have anything like it in my collection. And I actually went in with a 4th coat on this one because I wanted it to look more like what I saw in the bottle. So again, if you have longer nails, you might want to take it up to 4 to get it closer to opacity, but these all build up very quickly. They dry quickly in between coats, and I didn't experience any issues with anything getting dragged along, the more coats you put on, they do dry down very quickly after you apply each coat. And hopefully you can get a taste for how pretty this polish is. It's really unique and gorgeous. I think on my skin tone it pulls a little more purple, but I definitely see the blue depending on which lighting I get it in. And even in some respects it looks a little grayish, like a purpley gray, which I love. Now back to the fruits, we have mango jelly, and this one is a yellow orange jelly. This one I love. I love a good yellow nail polish. Always have, and I'm always looking for one with a good formula because yellows can be sometimes difficult to find with a good formula, especially when they're light. But this one very clearly has a fantastic formula. It builds up beautifully. And this is such a bright shade. It almost has like a craft dinner cheesy undertone to it, which I love. And it definitely looks like mango as well. So I don't know. I have this weird thing where sometimes I find mangoes taste kind of like cheese. I don't know if it's just me. I maybe just embarrassed myself on the internet, but sometimes they can taste like cheese. So it makes sense that this color also kind of reminds me of cheese. It's all good either way because mangoes and cheese are both delicious, as is this polish. You can see it builds up beautifully in 3 coats, and with the top coat it only enhances the squishiness of this already perfect polish. So again, this one is really bright. It's mostly yellow, but it looks a little orangey in some lighting. Beautifully even formula, which I really, truly appreciate. And if you like yellows, do not sleep on this one. And last but certainly not least, we have Lagoon Jelly, and this one is a gorgeous robin's egg blue jelly. This one I actually wore for the longest out of all of them, and I couldn't stop staring at my nails. If you've never tried a Cirque jelly before, don't be shy. They are fantastic. The way the jelly builds up makes them look like gel on your nails. I just love the squishiness of it. That tiny bit of transparency makes these really special and very modern. So personally, I don't tend to wear creams because I find they're just a bit flat, but the jellies are so shiny. They've got that squish factor to them, and they just look very fun and almost futuristic because they're just this tiny glossy bit of color on your nails. And I don't know, it's just something I personally love. If you've been on my channel before, you know that I like sheer polishes, so these jellies are actually not really sheer at all. They build up beautifully, but they give off this really fun, modern, clean look that I love, and every single color is perfect. I have no notes for this collection. It is perfect. And I'm so excited for you to see all of the different layering combinations that I've put together for you, and hopefully you can try some out. This is the kind of color that I've been looking for my entire nail polish loving life. I always want a robin's egg blue, but they never work on my skin tone. This one miraculously does, and I could not be more grateful to Cirque Colors, so thank you. This first combo is a really fun one, and what I'm doing is I am layering the jellies from the Glazed Collection over top of the last unicorn, which came out in late 2023. The last unicorn has a ton of gorgeous hollow and this beautiful blue purple shimmer, and honestly these jellies work so well over top. It transforms the last unicorn into an entirely new polish. So I'm showing different versions of the glazed polishes over top of the last unicorn in a single coat, and that's all you need to create an entirely new polish. Now this combination is really fun and kind of bold, and what I did was I layered the glazed jellies again over 2 coats of Cirque Colors Sterling, and I've seen a lot of different influencers creating these gorgeous layered magnetic chromy kinds of manicures, and I felt like this layering of the glazed jellies over Sterling gave that effect with honestly no effort whatsoever. And you might not be convinced looking at them with my macro shots of the swatching, but I've got a full hand shot and I think that they look really, really cool. Now I am going to do some layering over versus under with polishes. So I am showing you Pink Lady Jelly over Sylph, which recently came out, and then I'm going to show you Sylph used as a topper over Pink Lady Jelly, so you can see kind of the infinite possibilities of how you can wear these polishes and how it gives a different look depending on whether you put the jelly over or under another polish. Here I'm showing the various glazed polishes topped with Sylph. And one thing I recently learned about Sylph, just from my own experimentation with it, is that most of those brush strokes completely disappear once you let the polish dry down. And now I had some fun playing with Coquette and Pink Lady Jelly. So in this instance, I am layering Pink Lady Jelly over Coquette. And honestly, it just kind of intensifies the pinkness of Coquette and allows that twinkle to show through. And here you can see the difference when you layer Coquette over Pink Lady Jelly. And here you get way more of that hollow and shimmer. So you can compare the over and under with it, Coquette over Pink Lady on my pinky and under on my middle. This combo with chemistry used as a topper over the glazed jellies is so fun in my opinion. I opted to go with the cat eye style magnet, but of course you can play around. And what works so well with chemistry as a topper is that the base is essentially clear in chemistry, so all you get left is that silvery magnetic effect in whatever shape you decide to use for your magnet. So you see the gorgeous glazed color underneath, and these just look so cool in my opinion. Moving along, we have Fantasia, used as both a topper and jelly sandwich, and with some matte look top coat from Cirque Colors. Fantasia is one of my favorite toppers of all time, let alone from Cirque Colors, and it works so well with these glazed polishes. So what I'm doing is I'm using Fantasia over the glazed base and then applying another coat of the glazed topper over, which creates a glitter sandwich. And then I applied top coat, a matte look top coat. So this is honestly a choose your own adventure. You can leave it in one coat over the jelly, or if you create a glitter sandwich, this honestly just kind of makes it look like a jelly polish that was intended to be that way. So it works beautifully because these jellies are transparent enough that you can see the topper underneath or the polish underneath, and it makes them infinitely versatile. And I'd love to hear in the comments your thoughts on all the different topper combinations, and if jelly sandwiches are your jam. Pun intended. I personally love a jelly sandwich, and these glazed jellies were destined to be used as jelly sandwiches. Now I am going to be applying that same concept of topper and jelly sandwich to Crystal Tokyo. This is another top topper in my opinion. I absolutely love the iridescent glitters in there. The pink hue works really well with the color palette of the glazed jellies. And you can see here, if you want the glitters to be really visible, you can use it as a topper. But if you apply another layer of the glazed jelly over top, it creates this beautiful sandwich effect. It's sort of a ponding effect where you can see the elements under the glazed jelly, but they're slightly less perceptible. So it's kind of like a sneaky way if you don't want your glitter to be too obvious. I think that Crystal Tokyo over Lagoon Jelly might be one of my favorites. I absolutely love the combination here and the way that the pink and blue play together. It's just so pretty and fun. But then I'm looking at it over top of starfruit jelly, and then I'm like, maybe this is my favorite combo. I don't know, it works so well with all of these polishes. This is what I sort of came up with as a really easy form of nail art, if you will. I'm doing a half and half with Spotted in Snow Angel, which personally I think is a really fun and easy way to get almost like a nail art look that you might see on Pinterest or Instagram or from a salon, but it's incredibly easy and essentially foolproof. I love the idea of black and white specks over these colorful, vibrant jellies. It works so beautifully and it's just so easy, which is probably my favorite part. And we're almost getting to the end of my ideas. This is spotted used as a topper as well as a jelly sandwich. So I'm starting off with spotted used as a topper, then applying one coat of the glazed jelly so you can see how it transforms the base. It kind of creates a speckled egg, mini egg type look, and I really think it's so fun. I love spotted. It's another amazing topper from Cirque Colors, and it's really fun to see how these polishes transform when you apply the glazed jellies over top of the toppers. And you can apply 1 or 2 coats of the glazed jelly over spotted, and it will make the little black specks disappear even more and look even more submerged with the polish, which is kind of fun. I cannot pick a favorite because I genuinely love the entire color palette of these polishes. They work so beautifully together and look incredible in a Skittle, but just on pure uniqueness alone, I absolutely love Lagoon. I'm always on the hunt for that sort of aqua blue shade that will work with my skin tone, and it's the one. I'm here for it, I love it, and I need to resist buying like 8 bottles of it because I cannot wait to wear that polish again and again. And in terms of the layering ideas, I really surprised myself when I used those polishes over the last unicorn. That is like just such a perfect combo. I think it worked so beautifully. And I also really love Sylph. Now that I know how to use it a little bit better, you definitely want to let it dry down and the brush strokes virtually disappear. Please let me know in the comments if you're excited about the Glazed 2024 collection. Let me know if you're excited to try some of these layering combos. Let me know if you think there's a particular combo I didn't do that would look amazing. Love to hear it. And yeah, I guess that's it for me. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!